wear a mean dark pair of shades. And you can't see my eyes unless my head is bent. You dig?
SBTV Nation, it's your boy The Dream in the house, and we are coming off of an epic weekend. I got my man the Mad Hatter with me, and today it is Monday morning quarterback.
Oh, yeah, man. Great weekend, dude. Just what an outstanding weekend, and looking forward to a very short week this week because we got Thanksgiving popping on Thursday, brother.
Son, you know what? It's funny you talk about that because you just struck a nerve with me. Dude, it's like they can't wait to get Christmas loot.
I know, man.
Son, it was like at Halloween, honestly, when we were looking at masks for Halloween, there were like Christmas trees like in the background going up. I'm like, dude, like, can you just pause for a minute? Just stop acting like so greedy.
They're dying. You know what? That's where most of the stores make all their money, players. So they got to get it going,
dog.
man.
I mean, like, it's like just like fall. Listen, just fall. No. Who's gonna forget Christmas? All right, no, seriously.
They get that going at around September, man. They already start getting the Christmas decorations out around here, man.
Dude,
so
I don't like hearing about Christmas. I mean, I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong, guys, but I don't really feel like hearing about Christmas until after Thanksgiving. I like to get my Halloween in, get my Thanksgiving in, and then boom, we can get right full throttle into Christmas. Because I got an opinion about if you start Christmas shopping, right? And I tell my wife this all the time, and of course she never listens. But if you start Christmas shopping now, right, you will buy too much.
Of course.
Because as you get closer to Christmas, you're going to keep thinking, oh, I don't got enough. If you buy like 2 weeks or Christmas Eve.
Yeah, like me.
You're
That's what
focused.
I do. Son, let me tell you something. I'm all gift cards all year, every year, man. That's just how I roll. And, you know, my bride does a lot of the shopping and stuff like that. But for the most part, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I just don't. I'm just not a big guy going around and, you know, doing specific things for specific people. You know what I mean?
No, I know. What I do, I'm an Amazon junkie anyway. I buy everything off of Amazon. Trust me.
Yes,
So
you do.
I don't leave the crib for nothing. Like me and the UPS guy, like no, that's my boy. Like I'll got to give him a gift card because like he's at the crib like every other day.
Yep.
Like we don't buy nothing. I mean, like even I'm almost about to start buying groceries from them.
Do you are you a guy that like tips out like the mailman and the garbage man?
Yeah, we
and
do
all
that, but the mailman's not catching nothing this year. Our mailman is. We had a dude that was incredible.
Yeah.
And we used to give him. Yeah, we get it like something like Dunkin' Donuts $5 gift card, like you said.
Yeah.
We give him something. We give the bus driver something for the kids. So they don't kidnap my dudes, and keep it moving. The garbage guys. But this mailman, they switched. We had an awesome guy. Our guy used to like come to the door, like if there was a mail, bad thing, let you know. You know what I mean? Like, Dream, you got a shut off notice here. I just want to let you know before they shut your stuff off. But anyway, they switched it and they moved to this guy that like I'm worried that one morning I'll open up the paper and find out like he went like ill in the post office.
Oh, okay.
And dude, like what he does is he won't put my red flag. You know the red flag you got to say that you want to mail stuff out?
Yep.
Like he won't put it down. He leaves it like halfway up still. So like I've been watching him in action because it started last year. Like he had a problem. We hadn't gotten the snow away from the mailboxes, whatever. But the plows had pushed so much snow that it was like impossible to do.
Sure.
But he was saying that he wasn't going to leave the mail. I'm like, dude, like really, I'm not going to be fighting with the mailman.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
So I caught him one day, not putting the flag down. So I stopped him. I'm like, hey, why didn't you put the flag down, right? And then when I looked up, he looked up at me. It was like he had like all boogers in his nose and looked like crazy. And it was like goofy in there with crumbs, Twinkie crumbs all in his seat. His pants were like extra tight. I was like, oh,
yeah,
he looked like disturbing. He said, oh, I don't even notice. I'm like, dude, all right, whatever, man. See ya. Peace.
Make sure you tip out all your people that take care of you guys. You know what I'm saying? As far as your, I don't even know, hairdressers, garbage men, mailmen, the whole package, man, because those are the people that are taking care of you all year long, man.
For the most part. But yeah, then there's the flip side of that is, like, you don't get a tip at your job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I used to always be like, why? Like, I don't get a tip today. You know what I'm saying? I don't get a tip at my job. So I could understand tipping like waiters and waitresses. That's a little bit different. But people doing their regular job, that's the job that like tips wasn't, like tips are included with the bartender, waiter, waitress drop. Tips, the garbage man, they didn't tell you there was going to be tips on your on your application.
Guys, we're having an absolute ball, man. It is Monday. It is Monday Morning Quarterback, and you are listening to the biggest show in the world, the SBTV Nation, and we're flying high right now on Twitter. And got a lot of people already kicking it with us this morning and looking forward to Thanksgiving week. And Dream, what we're going to do is we're going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're going to be off the map on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. And we'll be back on Saturday and Sunday to rock and roll. How's that work for you?
Ooh. Really?
We're going to have to give out. We're going
to have to have the discussion.
We're going to have the conversation about Thursday and Friday because the games are going to be popping.
We're going to have the discussion a little bit later. Let's just get into Monday my quarterback now. Dude, there's a lot of games Friday.
There is a lot of games Friday. I guess we can have the conversation. It all depends on how drunk everybody gets on Thursday. You know what I mean?
Dude, dude, by the way, my weight right now is, son.
Are you looking stuffy?
I got to pull back.
Are you looking stuffy, kid?
Dude, I got to pull back. Because you know what? The last few weeks, ever since my wife did the competition and she's been off, we've been just eating like wild animals, so to say, and just eat anything we want, man. And I got to stop.
Dude, tell me about it, man. I mean, you sit there and you're like, all right. Like Thursday comes and you have a couple of drinks and maybe you slide a couple of fries or something. And then you're like, all right, cool. Then the weekend comes and you go out and you do it again. Then all of a sudden now all weekend you're like, all right, I'll start Monday.
And it's not only that, though, for me, too. I don't know about you. It's not even really the food. It's the drinking.
Yeah, the drinking's bad.
The drinking, it takes, guys, I don't know if you realize this, and we'll get right into this in a minute, but for just a little health tidbit about people who are trying to get healthy or trying to stay in shape or whatever you're doing. Alcohol generally takes, unless you just took, a sip, which I know you didn't. You killed, the whole 30 pack, so stop. But unless you took, a sip, alcohol generally takes, 2 to 3 days to get out of your system. So if you drank all weekend, you know what I mean? Like Friday.
Oh, I know. Tell me about it.
Like Saturday, Sunday. It's just getting out of your weekend on Thursday when you decide to open up another one for the Thursday night football game. So it's you're not really getting it out of your system. So all you're working out is almost counterproductive. And I got to be honest with you. Drinking is you could handle food to an extent, with working out. Drinking, forget it. You'll gain weight even working out. You could be working out all day, you'll still gain weight.
Especially beer.
Especially beer.
Especially the brewskis, man. You got to do a little low-cal, something like, Grey Goose and Club Soda or something like that. But even still, you're still going to put on
high cost.
What you mean $13?
No, I'm saying go out and get yourself a Goose and soda. And watch the bartender start giggling as he gives you that splash of Grey Goose in there, and he charges you $14 for it. You be like, "Yo, what is this, son?"
Yes, guys, we're on Twitter right now. Good morning to AZ Wildcat 83. My man Papa Smurf is out there. JC hashtag SBTV Nation. A lot of people out there, and Marlon is sending me some photos. What's up, kid?
The yoga thing happened already this morning.
You already know that, brother. You already know that. So why don't we jump right into a Monday Morning Quarterback, because there's a lot of stuff for us to talk about. A lot of interesting developments yesterday, but some of the stuff came through that we were actually most of the stuff that we talked about came through. You know what I mean? And a lot of the teams that we thought they came to fruition, Dream.
Son, I am officially for a brief 4 days, I'm a diehard Cowboy fan.
Oh, no.
I got the jersey out. I got the Des Bryant out. I'm going to put it on. I'm an officially on the ball. I'm an official Dallas Cowboy fan for the next 4 days. That's all I want to talk about is Cowboys. I want to get it done.
I love my future brother-in-law to death, but he is a diehard Cowboys fan.
I know. I
remember. And we were having a conversation yesterday. He's like, because they got their tight win. You know what I'm saying? So now they're 3-7.
And on Facebook, it's already started.
And yep, Facebook's already started the whole package. And now they're one of the best teams in the NFC. And they're going to beat Killer Cam this week. So
that is why I am on the bandwagon. I do need them to give me the gift of beating Killer Cam, and I will maybe take it easy on Cowboys in the future. But if the Cowboys could please just give me that one gift, I would really appreciate it.
Oh, man. So speaking of that game, so my Miami Dolphins go down in flames versus Tony Romo and the Dallas Cowboys.
And, son, you still worried about Romo's rust?
I'm worried about a couple of interceptions that he threw, though.
It was rusty. You didn't like it. You had a bad feeling.
No. I asked you if you thought that he would be rusty. I did not allude to the fact. I did not. I didn't know what to expect.
Yesterday, he was suspect with that game.
Yeah, this is just a touch. I mean, he did have two interceptions. Let me just see here. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, passer rating of 83.5, 227 yards, Tony Romo did. Pretty equivalent to, I don't even want to say equivalent to this guy, but Ryan Tannehill, no good, man. One of those quarterbacks that gets into the group where they're millionaires and just can't perform. And there's a bunch of them this year, Dream.
I know they should make have a whole the booty millionaire club.
the booty millionaire club. I love it.
All the players that got them for millions are booty.
Definitely, man.
And they should ask them to pay back all the gamblers that lost money believing in them.
I concur, man. The Dallas Cowboys score 10 in the fourth quarter and emerge over the Miami Dolphins, and now the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl again.
Cowboy Nation, stand up! Get with your boys. Got the biggest mouth in the game representing you now this week.
Darren McFadden actually had 129 yards rushing, Dream.
I can't believe DMC did his thing, was running the house.
And I'm surprised Dez wasn't crying not getting the ball after only getting 4 catches for 45 yards.
Shut up.
Yeah, definitely.
I really need them to focus this week. I really need them to come out and do their thing. That defense, though, I got to tell you, man.
It's dope.
The Denver Bronco defense is dope, and their defense is dope. Those are 2 really good defenses. Not to take anything away from Cincinnati and Arizona. However, to move to that game for a second,
sure.
Cincinnati and Arizona's defense both gave up a lot of points yesterday.
Yeah, they did. It was a great game, though.
It was a really good game. I saw some sloppiness out of Arizona that I didn't really understand. And then I saw them not taking advantage of a banged up Cincinnati secondary, which I also didn't understand that either. The 3rd and 1 play could have cost them that whole game. Yep. That left me with a bad taste in my stomach. I didn't like that particular position. But outside of that, a good game. Well,
the defensive, I don't know if it was the nose tackle or whoever it was on the defensive line that was calling the plays at the end when Carson Palmer was back there. And he got I think it was a half the distance to the goal at the end penalty. He was kind of reciting the count. And that's illegal, and the ref was right there. Ref wasn't having it. Threw the flag and ended up making it a chip shot field goal at the end for Arizona to win that game by 3 points, Dream.
No doubt. Saw the whole thing. I was right there watching. Trust me. And thank God we had a no-value money line parlay because the high value parlay with the spread lost.
No value money line parlay. That's funny, man. That's funny. Hey, going back to Killer Cam and your Dallas Cowboys, it's a pick 'em on Thursday, brother.
And you know what? How bizarre is that, though?
I don't know if it's bizarre because everybody's on the Cowboy bandwagon now. Cowboys are the best.
So why everybody's on Cowboy bandwagon? The Carolina Panthers are undefeated.
I know, and you know, I love
that line is not right at all. That's just that's a bad line.
That's a bad line. What would you think? Carolina would be given 3 or something?
No, more like I thought they'd be at that 4.5 again, probably.
4.5.
It is. Listen, go give me any other undefeated team. Matter of fact, we'll look at it right now. If you could go back and look at last week, tell me what the Patriots were given. Were the Patriots on the road last week? Hold on a second. I'm just saying, if you look at
Patriots
any
were given
team,
7 points to the Giants last week, brother.
See what I'm saying? On the road, right?
But it's the Giants.
So what is the Giants?
Yeah, I get it. Well, you and I got a lot of conversations to have about Killer Cam anyway and their coaching staff because I believe that they're very well coached. And you just want me to just
hang up.
They are
trying to get me to hang up.
They're well coached, man. I mean, hey, you got a 10-0 team, man. You got to give it to Rivera and his coaching staff, man. They're doing pretty damn well. And Killer Cam looks outstanding. I don't care what you say, dude. You got to start recognizing, man. I know you can't stand
it was the Redskins. Stop.
It doesn't matter, man.
It was the Redskins. Redskins. It would have been nice maybe if the Redskins decided to keep the ball to themselves a little bit.
Oh, man, I don't know.
It was like, oh, here, killer, have the ball again. Oh, here, why don't you see if you could go for 5 touchdowns today? Oh, here, take this.
Are you not seeing the accuracy in his passing?
Son, every time I turn it, first of all, listen, look, let's talk about this game since you went there. First of all, because I watched it on the Red Zone channel, and they lived in the Red Zone.
Oh, of course.
The Panthers lived in the Red Zone.
Yeah, they did.
All right. Second of all, the defense was about as tired as you were at 5 o'clock this morning, all right?
Yeah, right. Like, I agree with you on that.
I watched Killer standing in that pocket. It was like he could order a pizza, some Chinese food, roll up some sushi rolls, and then, oh, by the way, let me just throw this touchdown pass to this guy that's wide open in the end zone because he's been running around back and forth, and the defense is like saying, okay, whatever.
Yep.
Dude, it was just I mean, the Redskins, they came out and they looked like they were going to be competitive, and then all of a sudden, the turnovers started, and then more turnovers, and it just was just bad. But I did tell you yesterday, all right, I did say yesterday that the Panther defense would have a field day with the Redskins offense. I did say that yesterday.
That you did, and they had 5 sacks.
Yeah.
5 sacks total, man. So, and they emerged 44-16, laid a smackdown on the Washington Redskins. And, my 2 plays of the day were the Carolina Panthers and Roman Reigns to win the WWE title. And sure enough, my stretch of WWE picks stays flawless, baby.
I think we grabbed it early because the line only went down. But Hat made us grab it early because he's working for Vegas.
Oh, my God. It was minus 290. It went down to minus 160. I was like, whoa.
Sent you the stipend player?
Son, you know what? Usually the WWE stuff, it usually moves in the opposite direction of what's going to happen. And sure enough, there was 2 matches that actually went like a complete opposite way, and sure enough, the picks ended up working out. But it was kind of crazy how it ended up working out like that. But it is what it is, and Killer Cam stays undefeated, and they got a game this Thursday in Jerry's World.
Hat and the Sharps had money on Roman Reigns yesterday. That's why it came through. Him and the Sharps, which would consist of about 5 10-year-olds.
Well, you know what? Any wrestling fans out there, you know that Roman Reigns won the title, but then only
Did he get a blow dryer and a haircut?
Yeah. Well, he no. Most of them guys have their hair wet so their hair doesn't fry under the lights. That's what that's all about.
Son, I can't imagine like one thing I like. That wet, nasty feeling hair, like if you, because you gotta get in headlocks and you're all close. Like even when my wife gets out the shower, sometimes I'm like, oh baby, hair. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But you gotta go wrestle with this dude on top of it. Be like,
I couldn't imagine a dude like Mark Henry with no deodorant or something like that, on me.
Imagine what he must smell like.
Oh my God, dude! I can only imagine how that is, man. So these guys, I give them a lot of credit, man. dealing with all of that.
Not to mention this fat ass jumping up and down on top. Hey, listen, ref, hey, stop this.
Yeah, fall back. But, so anyway, Roman Reigns actually he won the title and lost it 2 minutes later because Sheamus came down and gave him a kick and cashed his money in the bank and won the title. So,
but I love it.
I know, but I ended up winning because he won the tournament. But anyway, moving on to the next game here that we're talking about.
Let's break down Roman Reigns.
I know we got closet
break down
wrestling.
Break down his moves in the offense. He audibled in the middle of the play. Hey, speaking of offenses, go ahead, move to the next game first. I'll switch all over the place.
Of course, man, of course. So, speaking of a defensive line that finally showed up, they must have heard me breaking their balls for about a month. Was the Green Bay Packers, who are 7-3, now back into the division lead. Even though they are tied, they own the tiebreaker over the Minnesota Vikings, who are also 7-3. And Green Bay recorded a lot of sacks, Dream.
They did, but you know what? The Vikings, man, I watched them. They looked so uncomfortable in that game. Like they never found their comfort spot. They never got in any rhythm, as they say. It just never seemed to come to fruition for them as far as getting their offense going. Teddy Bridgewater looked a little bit out of it. I don't know. Even Adrian, one thing that they did get involved in, they got involved in a lot of smack talking back and forth. I think that helped the Packers and hurt the Vikings.
To a certain extent. I mean, Green Bay recorded 6 sacks, dude. Finally, after not having any sacks through 3 weeks of football.
Yeah.
Finally got 6 sacks.
And they were mostly coverage sacks. They weren't sacks, we're just getting after the quarterback and blitz sacks. Mostly coverage sacks, I thought, from what I saw of the game. But the thing, I noticed, like I said, I saw, Adrian Peterson kind of started with a little bit of the talking, and there was a lot of back and forth between these two teams. A lot of, and I could imagine, it must be hilarious because as soon as Adrian Peterson says something, the defender's like, yo, we ain't your kids.
Yeah, right.
Kickbox, you ain't got no switch on you now. The talk in there must be crazy when you got a controversial athlete in there and they know some public stuff about him. They got to tune it up that much more. So I saw him chip talking, and it seemed like it was like souping the Packers up. Sure. It seemed like it was helping the Packers, and in the meantime, it looked like it was hurting the Vikings.
All right, so let me ask you something now. You got the Pack, who is obviously with the relax situation, what Aaron Rodgers always likes to allude to. Now, do you think this team is back yet?
I think they're back to an extent because I never thought they went anywhere. They were able to get the running game going yesterday, which I think is the bigger thing to talk about them. Sure. Mind you, the sacks and the defensive line was important too, but they were able to get their running game popping yesterday, which that they desperately needed.
Eddie Lacy, 100 yards finally.
But Starks, how many yards did Starks have? Because Starks made he was
14.
All Starks, that was 14 yards?
14 yards. That's it, brother.
That's it?
Yeah, one long 9-yard run. That was it. So
that must have been the only run I caught them. But I thought it looked like every time there was like a 3rd and 2 or something, Starks had came in and provided a nice change of pace. I don't know, but anyway, the running game did get going yesterday, and that's big for them. But I have noticed the Vikings are a bit susceptible to the run. I have noticed that going back to the week 1 against San Francisco. Sure. I think the Packers are where we thought they are. Yes. I don't think that they're like any better or any worse. I mean, I think they're like the 3rd best team in the NFC.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. I mean, obviously you got some of the elite teams out there, like the Cowboys.
No.
The NFC.
Cowboys are not. But they're good. They're good, though.
Yeah. We'll see, man. It's going to be a tough game on Thursday. I
should say they're the 2nd best team in the NFC. So, yeah, I mean, because that's just where they are. But, I mean, I guess I got to say 3rd because you got to let the Panthers live, but whatever.
Of course, man. Of course. Killer Cam, come on. You got to get on the bandwagon. Son, you losing so much money not getting involved.
I ain't lost no money. What do you mean losing money?
By not getting involved with Carolina, brother.
There's a whole bunch of teams I didn't bet on yesterday that won, but whatever.
The Oakland Raiders go down in flames. They are now 4-6, 2-3 away. 18-13. They lose to the Lions, who are also 3-7. Stafford 282 yards. Looked pretty damn good in the dome, but low scoring affair.
My 5 Stizzle play of the day. It was a last-minute play for me. As I looked at the board, I really liked this game. I went over the numbers. Other games just weren't feeling right for me at 1 o'clock, but I really like this, and I like the Cowboys. But then I let you poison me a little bit with the Cowboy game.
Me?
But I was not falling for it with this game because the doctor tried to talk about his Raiders sweep bets every weekend, and I was not going for the doctor's prescription of the Raiders yesterday because they stink.
He loves the Raiders and the Rams, man.
Raiders and the Rams, and I told you yesterday I wasn't falling for neither one of their antics.
How about the Indianapolis Colts with Hasselbeck come down to Atlanta in the Dome and beat the Falcons 24-21. Matty Ice, 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, but a losing effort, man.
This game right here had to punch mad people in the stomach.
Oh, big time.
Mad people. And you know what? This game, to me, it has so many flags on it. And I thought that I was amongst you. I thought Atlanta would win, but I knew that the line was too heavy. I knew that was wrong.
Yeah.
I figured, though, if you would money line it, I figured that the Falcons would pull it out with a field goal or something, some kind of way. But, man, this team just, God.
They have lost a bunch of games in a row now, I believe. Weren't they undefeated? They were. I think they've lost. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say that the Atlanta Falcons have lost several games in a row, man. I'm going to pull them up in 1 second, guys, and I will let you know exactly what they have been doing because I remember that we had a guest come on that said 3 in a row they've lost.
Okay.
And 4 out of the last 5. Yikes. Yeah, they started off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-0 and just have Completely had enough, man. Exactly.
They had enough of winning.
Yeah.
So
let's go play everybody now.
Let's go lose a few.
Definitely.
But their defense was always their defense never was, as far as I'm concerned, impressive. I always had a little issue with their defense, even when they were winning. The other issue with them is, like I said yesterday, Matty Iceman always turns that ball over, like the third, not even really the red zone, like right around the 30. Like he makes that dumb fumble or trips over somebody's foot or just something dumb.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. Guys, I am home today doing the show, and I got two pain-in-the-ass dogs running around my feet, and I'm just heated about it right now. But whatever, it is what it is, man. Moving over to the next one we've got is the New York Jets fall to the Houston Texans with T.J. Yates at the quarterback position, man. 229 yards, a couple touchdowns for him, Dream.
They had that nice trick play. I don't know if you caught any views of it, but they did like a lateral. Then he threw the pass back to somebody else, and then they threw
Yeah. It was a good play.
End zone. It was a good play, very cute and innovative on their part. Jets, bad loss for them.
Very bad loss for them. Very bad loss for the New York Jets, who are now. They're still involved as far as the AFC wild card, and a bunch of teams are still alive there. They are 5-5, and I love that the Texans are not only alive now for the AFC wild card, but for the division as well.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and as bad as it gets, they're not a good team. I don't care. Stop. They're not really good.
They're not a good team.
And if they make the wild card, awesome, because then you know who to go against. That's the thing, that as this landscape cleans itself up a little bit, there's a couple teams that are probably going to dip into the playoffs. Of
course.
That will know exactly what to do week one. So, hey, it is what it is.
One team that I know that will not be around in the playoffs is the 2-8 Chargers.
Oh, son, Rivers, your boy?
Rivers.
This was the other game that somebody was trying to poison me with on the show.
The Chiefs.
Tell me about how the Chiefs wasn't that good and
33-3.
And I had to say, stop it.
The Chiefs 33-3 over the 2-8 Chargers. That Phillip Rivers, another guy that's sitting there in the millionaire quarterback club that is not winning, Dream.
Son, I gotta find out if Dr. Dan is on the phone right now with the head of MGM with Steve Wynn or somebody right now. It didn't work, Steve. I wasn't able to get the Dream to take the Chargers. Or the Rams or the Raiders.
The evil genius, man. I don't know what he's thinking with this
I
team.
gotta put the evil genius on meds.
You know what? I was thinking about this game too, but there's just no way that I can ever take the Chargers anymore, man. They are brutal. What is their problem, Dream?
If you are not watching, the Kansas City Chiefs are real quietly getting their act together and going back to the team I expected them to be in week one. They're playing solid defense. They're getting after the quarterback. They're covering the ball. Their offense, their offense is their offense. They're not gonna blow you away with like 50-yard bombs. They don't do that, but they keep themselves in good situations. It's always 3rd and 3, 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, right.
Alex Smith is able to scramble for a first down here or there, and you don't know what you're going to get. You don't know. They mix the run and the pass up very well. They're a scary team right now, and they're catching some momentum. So I really like what they're doing.
Well, they're doing it. They definitely doing it defensively. They did pick off your boy 4 times last week. So something to take a look at. The Kansas City Chiefs maybe make a run towards the AFC playoffs, man. How about your Philadelphia Eagles, brother?
Don't be because I didn't take them yesterday.
I know you didn't take them.
I told you, Mark Sanchez, I couldn't do it. I did not expect it to be that bad. That's horrific. But I got to tell you something. Obviously it was a bad game for them and everything. Their defense, though, like yesterday, for the first time, their defense really didn't show up.
Buccaneers win 45-17 over the Philadelphia Eagles. Mark Sanchez, in a losing effort, did have 261 yards. But big story today was Doug Martin. As far as all you fantasy guys out there, 235 yards on the ground, Dream. Damn.
Doug Fresh went crazy, and my thing is, famous Jameis, by the way, went ill too.
Yeah, he did.
I know a lot of fantasy people probably didn't even start him. So if you started him, if you had that list, and then you started Jameis Winston,
yes,
killed it yesterday. 5
touchdowns, man, no interceptions, 246 yards. Famous Jameis got the job done, and the Tampa Bay Bucks are 5-5 now. Interesting. Very interesting as far as the a lot of teams alive for the playoffs that you would not think that should be alive, man.
That's how bad. That's really not. That's indicative of how bad the NFL is, though. It's not really because it's dope gameplay. You know what I'm saying? It's not really because Tampa Bay's dope.
Yeah,
it's
right.
just because whatever.
Other teams don't want to show up sometimes,
A lot of teams don't want to show up. Inconsistent gameplay week to week. And, of course, the plethora of injuries. That, by the way, Rick Lopez, every team right now in the NFL got mad injuries and they're dealing with it. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to let that work with the Chargers. The Chargers just stink.
Oh, the Chargers are brutal, man. They're just absolutely brutal.
And I feel bad for Slick Rick. That's my boy. I love him to death. But he loves his California teams.
Definitely, man. Definitely. How about the Os yesterday, man? The Rottweiler.
The big Osweiler was in the house, and now they have a quarterback controversy. And Peyton Ball talking about he playing another year regardless, even if he got to go to another team. I'm like, yo, Peyton, wait, stop.
He said
you
that?
about to hurt my feelings. Peyton hurt. I got to call my boy. I got to go talk to him.
Peyton's going to go to play for the 49ers.
Dude, don't do that. I got to go talk. Man, I love my boy to death, but come on, y'all. Talk to Peyton for me, man.
Oh, man, 17
don't
to
go
15.
out like that, man.
17 to 15, they're victorious over the Chicago Bears, who actually had a chance to tie the game and could not get a 2-point conversion in that game. But taking a look at this, Jay Cuddles, 265 yards, 1 interception. The Os did pretty well, man, for his first start. He had 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions with a 127 passer rating. Not bad, but only put up 17 points, Dream.
Dude, man, listen, the Broncos defense is dope.
It is.
I mean, dope. They are so good. I watched bits and pieces of this game. They were after Cuddles. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cuddles, you don't got to really be dope to handle Cuddles, but no. I'm just saying, Cuddles did not know what to do with them. They were a mess. They were all over him. But, dude, the worst thing for me ever was when Muhammad Ali fought Larry Holmes at the end of his career. It just was like, it was just devastating to watch. Peyton Ball, man, please just go away. Just come on, man.
You think, huh?
Dude, he got to let it go. I'm telling you, the report yesterday is that he said that he's playing next year, whether he plays with the Broncos or not, another team.
I gotta give him credit for his fight and his work ethic, at least.
Nah, man, I can't give him credit for it. Nah, son, I'm gonna give him credit for being stupid now. Stop playing yourself. It's not there no more, player. I mean, you were dope. I get it. You were great. I get it. I understand that. But, I mean, it's clearly something wrong with him. You know, there's clearly something wrong with his arm, his nerves. He wears the glove or whatever. As I forget what commentator was talking about, but there are a lot of alluding to the glove is a part of his issue.
Wasn't that Warner? Kurt Warner? Wasn't it Kurt Warner?
It was Kurt Warner or Trent Dilfer. And I know if it was Trent Dilfer, then I got to pull back on listening to it because it's like, really, dude? But, yeah, one of them were saying that, that's why he wears the glove. He never wore a glove until now, but it's because he's got nerve issues. He can't really feel the ball. I mean, you can see it. So I just hope he stops.
Guys, we're on Twitter right now at SBTV Nation, playing a little Monday Morning Quarterback, breaking down all the NFL games that went down yesterday and talking about all the developments that have come to form. And another development that has come to form, man, and not like their season can get any worse, but the Baltimore Ravens, they lose Joe Flacco for the year with a torn ACL, Dream.
No doubt. Crazy injury, really, and looked really,
it looked like nothing.
Out of nowhere.
It looked like nothing. All of a sudden, he's just limping around. He went back in the game and played with it, so you got to give him some credit for that. 299 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and is done for the year, guys. So we'll see what kind of backup they're going to put out there as far as that's concerned. But Baltimore,
that's a suspect injury.
Yeah,
that's a suspect injury.
Oh, here we go.
That's that old. The team is booty.
That's I fumbled the ball and I can't get up.
The team is booty. We keep losing. I don't got nobody to throw the ball to. I don't really want to work out no more.
My kid and I laugh all the time, man. We ever see the guy that fumbles the ball that just stays on the ground?
I know. All of a sudden, you got an injury.
Yeah, right. Or the guy that has
Dylan, stop. Get up. Ain't nothing wrong with you.
Or the guy that has the pass interference call that like blows the game, but he won't get up because he's injured all of a sudden now.
You know what I mean? That's like Cap too over there. All of a sudden, he got something wrong with his shoulder. What's been wrong with your shoulder for the last 3 years, player? So you might as well get out there and do your thing.
Oh, tell me about it, man. Tell me about it. So so they're in some big trouble. Not that they weren't anyway, being 3-7, but they got a bright spot and ended up winning the game. That is the Baltimore Ravens. And looking at the other game that was on, how about the San Francisco 49ers did not cover their spread. They got beat by 16.
Which was another one that I alluded to that somebody tried to poison me with as well.
Seattle Seahawks 29-13. They are 5-5 now, and they have a pretty easy schedule coming up, guys. So keep that in the back of your brain.
I'm glad I took my antidote pellets before the show yesterday. It refused to be poisoned.
Yes, definitely, man, definitely. But when you look at the did you watch that game yesterday? I did not see any of it.
I watched it, yeah.
All right, and what was your thoughts? Just a beatdown as we
No, it really wasn't as bad as a beatdown as it looks at the end. Believe it or not, the Niners moved the ball decently on Seattle. They would get into third down situations that they couldn't pick up the first down. And you know what? With the Niners record, the coach really should have just been like, go for it.
Yeah, of course.
But they didn't. They punted in a lot of spots. But they were able to move the ball for the most part from like their 10 to the Seattle like 40, and then they would like make a mistake, false start, the incomplete pass. Guys would drop the ball. They really had nobody. They really didn't feature going to anybody else. Like in reference, they threw the ball mostly to Anquan Bolden. They didn't really go in a lot of other directions, but it wasn't really as bad as the score indicates as far as how the Niners looked offensively. Seattle did their thing. They didn't blow you away deep, offensively either. But the one thing was Rawls ran his behind, and I know nobody probably started him because they didn't really announce that Marshawn Lynch wasn't playing until I think like 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
o'clock.
Right. I looked at Rawls too on my fantasy and did not pick him up. I was looking at him. I'm like, should I do it? Nah, if beast mode comes in, I'm screwed. This kind of thing and that. Sure enough, 209 yards on the ground.
Murdered it, dude.
Unbelievable.
And the dude I went over to my neighbor's house. I finally got a neighbor that watches football, which is awesome because we every Sunday back and forth. But he in his league, he took his running back out and picked up Rawls and started him.
Oh, wow.
When he found out that what's name wasn't playing, he said, I'm going to take a shot with Rawls. What do you think? I'm like, why not? Niners haven't been playing that well.
Yep.
And he did. And, dude, we were laughing the whole game. He kept giving me high fives like, dude, you're the bomb. You're the bomb.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I did not see that, man. I wish I did. But, hey, it is
the
what
other
it is.
big pick, well, not a big pickup, but the other helper pickup yesterday, and I meant to mention it on the show, and I completely forgot. Terrence Williams was out there. I picked him up yesterday, too, and just said, I'm going to give him a start. And he didn't have, like, an incredible game, but 4 receptions, 79 yards, and 1 touchdown. It was a little bit of a, spark. If you got that, like, guys that got that guy, like, you got, like, a Mike Wallace on your team that, like, has done nothing all season.
Right, nothing.
It was nice to get up Terrence Williams and see him back, being relative now that Tony Romo's back.
Seattle Seahawks upcoming schedule. Actually, now that I've seen this team play, though, I don't know if all these games are going to be as easy as I had thought a couple of weeks ago, man.
Not easy, but they should be able to win them.
Well, they should be able to beat. I think they could beat Pittsburgh in Seattle in the 12th man. Okay, I think they're going to have a tough game at Minnesota, though.
I don't know. Dude, the Steelers are dope, man.
You think so, huh?
Their offense.
Yeah, but they're not beating Seattle in Seattle. I would be very, very surprised if that happened.
You emphatically, player?
Don't know if I'm emphatically there. No, I would never do that with the Seattle Seahawks. No way. Not this year. No.
Yeah,
no,
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. I pulled back from them a lot. I started last week with Arizona. I knew they would beat the Niners because the Niners is as bad as it gets. But, dude, I don't really know about them beating the Steelers, to be honest with you.
Christos is telling me Baltimore Ravens backup quarterback is Matt Schwab.
Oh, that's incredible.
That's amazing.
They'll just go right on to winning with him.
Yes.
The streak's alive.
Yes. They got to go to Minnesota. This is the Seattle Seahawks we're talking about. They got to go to Baltimore Ravens after that. Then they got Cleve Browns, which they should definitely be able to win. They got the Rams. I love the Rams only want to win versus their division. The Rams are undefeated in the division, by the way.
I had enough of them.
And then
I already had enough of them anyway. I never liked the Rams anyway, but they always want to play Seattle really tough and start off the season with that headache. But now they got Seattle again. I don't know. That's always an awful game for Seattle.
Definitely
playing the Rams. But listen, I believe that Seattle. You talk about Seattle and the Vikings. They're built like to play the Vikings. Sure. And that's why I don't like them against this. They're not that great to me. Like if they play a dynamic offense, and that's the problem, that the Steelers bring in a seriously dynamic offense, and I think they'll give Seattle fits. That's why I don't necessarily know that Seattle will be ready for that Steeler defense.
Okay.
The Steeler offense. But against the Vikings, the Vikings don't have a dynamic offense, and I think that's what Seattle can capitalize on.
All right, and then they have to – but the problem is they got to play at Arizona at the end, and that game can come down. I don't think it's going to be for a division lead because I think Arizona's going to run away with that division. But
I agree.
It may be to get them into the playoffs, and that is not a place you want to play unless you have Arizona that has it all sealed up. That's it, guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and C. Rodriguez Jr. is telling me that Kansas City, he believes, has the easiest rest of the season schedule. Huh. All right. We might have to take a peek at that with you, brother, and see what Kansas City's got coming up as well. So, guys, like I said, we're on Twitter right now. Send us your comments. We are doing Monday Morning Quarterback and having an absolute ball with you guys. As always, it is Thanksgiving week, man. And Dream, we got a little game tonight.
Yes, we do.
Just a little game. We got the undefeated New England Patriots, who are a little banged up, man, offensively. 9-0, 5-0 at home, and they are hosting your boy Fat Rex and the Buffalo Bills, man. And it looks like Fat Rex is a little emotional about this game, man.
Wait, dude, that guy, man. He just don't get it.
He's dying to beat them, man.
He just don't get it,
He said they're out to bury him. That's what he said.
Oh, all right.
Belichick is out to bury Fat Rex tonight, man. And I you know what? This is a situation, guys, that I've seen this game unfold for like decades now. As far as the Bills versus the Patriots, and it's always tight, man. It always seems to be tight with New England pulling out at the end. New England is minus 7.5 with an under-over of 48 points, Dream. What's your thoughts initially on this?
I'm all over the place with this game.
You are.
Been struggling with it. Looked at it last night again. I'm up and down with it. This is a game to watch for me.
It's a game to watch.
It honestly is, because I can make a case for both. Obviously, the Patriots are dope.
Yep.
So you can make a case for them blowing out at home.
Yep.
But then you can make the case for the Bills are pretty good defense. Tyrod Taylor's going to run around. Patriot defense isn't that great. Secondary's not that good. Bills will make circus, throws and catches or whatever. So you can make like the argument for both sides, and there's like not really a convincing side that wins. I think the one element of the game that you definitely got to give the Patriots the nod is, the Gronk man. I mean, and obviously you got Brady, but we ain't even talking about that. But maybe Gronk goes a little wild today, as the Patriots are going to lean heavily on him. But I tell you, dude, it's I don't know.
All right. Well, the New England Patriots are the number one offense in all of the NFL, averaging 418 yards per game, almost 419 to be exact, and scoring just under 34 points a game, man. So obviously the offense is clicking, but yeah, like you said, I mean, they are a little banged up. I mean, when you look at their injury report here, I mean, you've got Julian Edelman is definitely out with the foot injury. Let me just see what else they've got as far as injuries here. A lot of, a couple of linebackers here. A couple of Keyshawn Martin is out. I mean, Gronk is in. I mean, I'm just trying to think of he's going to have to make some stars out of some people here, man.
No doubt. And this is the game, this is the game you need a handicapper for, right? But when you call them and ask them what they got for this game, they'll say, take Youngstown State. I don't have anything for it.
Youngstown State, man. Youngstown State. So looking at this game.
Carrots do hate getting involved in, the high-profile marquee
I like New England to win the game. I'm going to just tell you. I'm going to just go
really?
give it to you straight. New England's going to win this
-7?
game. New England, you know what? -7. I don't know if I like an interdivision matchup given the points.
Well, okay. Hold on. Let me just ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
Do you have the New England Patriots by any chance? Do you have them to win and just be undefeated this season?
I do.
So if they were to lose, then that would lose, right?
Yes.
So then, okay. So you have a slight bias as far as why you like the Patriots. No?
I do.
Right, okay.
I think the New England Patriots, I have a prop for them to go 16-0 this year, and I believe that they're going to do it.
Gotcha.
So, and I don't think that they're going to slip up on this game. I really don't. I mean, Buffalo did beat them last year, though.
I know.
Got to remember that, man. So,
I do.
And it was in New England. Buffalo won 17. Oh, you know what, though? That's BS, though. Because that was when they sat everybody. So we can't even go back to that one. That was when New England last year was the last game of the season on 3 days after Christmas, and that was when New England sat everybody. So, guys, don't even pay attention to that. I'm glad that I actually remembered that and don't sound like an idiot talking about it. So, I just think...
But Buffalo has beat them in the past, like the Jets have. In the middle of the season, they've swapped games before. I mean, it's not like this is, an insurmountable mountain that they're climbing. The thing is, I don't know why Rex would talk, because
he loves to talk.
No, I do know that, but I'm saying if there was ever a chance to maybe come in and maybe really sneak them and not have them, because they're not at full strength. They've had their losses. They got their injuries. So you should fall back and kind of be quiet and then just, wait for it to happen. You know what I mean? But now he got them a little bit charged up. So now they might be a little bit, all right, well, let's go out here and beat them.
Yeah.
A little extra incentive because he got to run his mouth. So, hey, he's going to get what he asked. He's going to get whatever he gets could be, a situation of him running his mouth. But for me, guys, I got to leave this one alone. I just can't pick a side.
There's one flaw that I see with the Patriots, guys. It's actually two flaws. Number one, their offensive line. Brady gets hurried a lot. And a lot of the defensive lines that I've noticed go against the Patriots have been all up in Brady's face. I mean, you saw the Dallas Cowboys. I think they had 5 sacks in the first half against the New England Patriots. And number two is their secondary. Their pass defense is really bad. I want to say it's ranked 23rd in all of the NFL as far as pass defense. Let me just double check that, guys, while we're talking about it. New England, number 23. Wow, I'm starting to memorize these numbers now, Dream. Number 23 as far as pass.
Winning with them.
Yeah, right, kid.
I worried about you knew all that about Dallas, but you thought they was going to be.
I wasn't messing with that. I didn't like the game, and it was by the way, it was a stomach ache till the fourth quarter. Just so you know, and I'm sure because you were kind of quiet during that fourth quarter.
By the way, Arizona wasn't no non-stomach ache. We could stomach ache all day. It's the NFL.
But here's the issue. So you know what? If you're facing a prolific passer. With the New England Patriots, as far as their opponent is concerned, you have a little cause for concern. However, the Buffalo Bills are 29th in passing, average 200 yards per game through the air. So, you know what? That is the one thing. That's the one caveat of the actually two caveats of the New England Patriots that I see, and I just don't think that Buffalo has enough passing to get the job done. I think Brady and company win the game. And maybe, the thing is with Belichick, he loves to run up the score as well. So there is a chance that they can't even cover the spread, Dream. Possibility.
I'm trying to lead this game alone.
But if you're going to do it, get it down to 6.5.
Oh, no, I would money line part and leave it open. I also got a slight idea. If you were going to get involved in this game, I would try teasing. I would probably, if I had to, I'd tease the Patriots in the over.
Patriots in the over. Because you think the Patriots are going to go ham.
No, I don't think they're going to go ham, but I think I know that both teams can score.
Okay.
I think that if you can get that under-over number, that total, I think it's in Vegas. I think you got it at 47. If you can get that down to 41, I think you'll be okay.
All right. All right. So looking at that, I like the New England Patriots to win the game. And you know what? If you're going to do the spread, get it down to 6.5. I think that might be the move and the number. And don't wait.
I think you got to get that spread down lower than that. I think that you don't want to give nothing but a field goal.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I think the Patriots are going to probably. This would probably be an escape game. This is going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll see what ends up going down with that. I'm not a big fan of Buffalo. Not a big believer in them either. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not, but I am. I mean, if they play like they're capable of, it'll be a really good game that they can possibly win. But like in these spots so far this season, it seems like that they haven't showed up. So I don't. That's my issue with them. But they are capable of it.
All right, and then the next game that New England has after this one, obviously, Brady's outstanding on prime time, though, brother.
Sure, you're not right.
He is like, I don't know how many games he's lost, but I think you could probably count him on one hand.
He hasn't lost many, but he's also been in tight games on prime time, like last week against the Giants, and then a year ago I had him against the Jets when he almost lost that game. So they've had tight games on prime time.
Well, last week was 4 o'clocker. But, that Jet game, I do remember that one where they almost lost. And then they got to go to to Denver next week.
Yep.
And I don't know if your boy's going to be playing in that match.
I don't either.
Huh.
And they don't either, so we'll just have to wait.
Going to have to face the kid. The Osweiler. All right, so real quick before we jump into the NBA or the because I know that you got to kind of dip out of here. Actually, we'll save the college football talk for tomorrow. Because there's turmoil right now in the playoff rankings. But you see any quick NBA or NHL that you want to talk about real quick on your brain?
I was looking at the NBA. You got Heat, Knicks.
You
got Cavs, Magic.
Okay.
And you got the Hornets. The Hornets is really is shouting, "Hey, oh, check me out." The Hornets jumping off the page here at me. What does Vegas have for a spread? Do you have a number there?
Charlotte minus 4.5 with an under/over of 208 in that game. The Sacramento Kings are 5-9 coming into the 7-6 Charlotte Hornets.
Line is off 4.5.
4.5, brother.
Wow.
Charlotte's 5-1 at home, brother.
Guys, I would expect that line is going to go up. If it doesn't, then you guys with the the line movement tracking. I don't know what to do. I guess your buzzer's going off. But Charlotte should not be. If they should be a little bit more than that. And I really like them. I may be set up, but I really like them to beat the Kings at home. So I like Charlotte. Charlotte would be my favorite then. If at 4.5, I really like that. Also the Spurs. What do you got for a Spurs spread?
The San Antonio Spurs are minus 8.5 hosting the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, that one's right. Timberwolves.
The T-Wolves. You've got, let's see what Minnesota is. Minnesota is hosting Philadelphia, who is 0-14. Ouch. They're giving 7.5. I think the T-Wolves do the job.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what? I just a team that's winless bothers me. I don't like getting involved with that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get involved. A couple of teams that are that have not lost at home are the San Antonio Spurs, who are 6-0 at home, and the Cleveland Cavs are 7-0 at home, and they're both home tonight.
Yeah, I know. That Magic team's pesky. What's the Cavs spread?
9.
Yeah, that's heavy. The Cavs will win. I wouldn't get involved with the 9.
Okay.
Heat, Knicks, what's the spread on that?
You got Miami is minus 5. Knicks have been playing pretty good, man. They're 2 games over 500.
Stop. Don't get excited.
Be careful with Porzingis, kid.
I love that your new guy.
No, it's not. It's not.
Guys, I got to be honest with you. I really like the Hornets here, and I think everything else is kind of a pass. I'm pretty sure real light lean would be. I like that. Obviously, Cavs, Heat, Timberwolves, and Spurs. I mean, those are all light leans. If you get rid of the points. I probably like the Timberwolves the best out of those at 4. The Heat, Knicks will probably be a little bit more competitive than I think it will be. And the Spurs are good at home. Make sure you check and make sure everybody's in the lineup there as far as the night. But the Hornets, man, ooh.
Check your injuries. Check your rosters. Make sure that everybody is at full strength that you're getting involved in, man.
Yes.
Because you know what? A lot of these teams, when one key component is out as far as the roster is concerned, it changes the whole complexion of their game sometimes.
Right.
So even like without KD, you saw OKC lose to the Knicks.
Yep.
So keep that in the back of your brains. As far as the ice is concerned, do you see anything there?
The ice is ugly tonight. I don't like any ice tonight. I know. I don't. And I know people who see the Blues against the Sabres. That's a perfect game for the Sabres to upset the Blues on. I don't know why, but be careful with that game. I'm not falling for it. And that Sabre team has been pesky to me. You got Smashville playing the Rangers. I know you guys love the Rangers and they're dope, but so is Nashville. So I'm not trying to get into that competitive matchup.
Right.
The Kings are playing the Panthers. The Kings lost last night, and this Panther team, we talked about their defense is good. I got no ice tonight for you guys. Sorry.
All right, sounds
it's
good.
all controversial tonight.
All right, man.
Except, wait a minute.
Caps.
All right, yeah, the Caps is not controversial. The Caps is a pretty solid play. So if you like the game, I do like the Caps. My bad.
Okay. All right.
Caps against the Oilers looks pretty interesting.
Oh, obviously we got to check our goalies and do that whole.
Of course, that goes without saying.
The situation. All right, man. So that's pretty much going to do it for the show. Dream Monday morning quarterback, obviously rocking and rolling, brother.
No doubt. Great weekend, guys. I hope to keep the winning ways going. I'm going to try to take a break and not really get involved tonight, even though I do like a little bit of the NBA and I do like the Capitals. So maybe we go make a little small light move there. But we had a great weekend, and I want to keep the momentum going. And we got a lot of stuff on the horizon coming up very soon. Want to thank everybody who's retweeting the show and getting involved with us. Good morning to you, Rigetti, Postal Pete, Total Sports Edge, KMVU, Frank Vinculato, 40 News 24/7, Jay Cass, Joseph Del Rosario, JDH 24, TBW's out there, Newman's out there, MC Money's out there, CDN Capper Kings, Sirach King J, Tony the Gambler, Lone Star Ombre, the Danish Better, AB Linton's out there, my boy BT, Long Woo, Frank Vinculato, Rick Lopez, JC, Direct Sports Solution, my boy P for Prez is out there, C. Rodriguez Jr., Marlon, OJFB, Super Sports Locks, Nick Orestes. Big up to Nick Orestes. He's having a battle right now, battling for his health. He's in the fight, and he's in it to win it. Want to send him a shout-out and hope everything's well, brother. And you keep fighting, keep moving on, because you will overcome any adversarial obstacle that's out there if you stay positive, keep a positive mind, and stay up. So keep your head up, brother. You can get through that. Vegas Girl 92661 is out there. Jason Riley's out there. Jeff Ryan's out there. Irvin, AZ Wildcat 83, Caveman, Christos, Benjamin Rowe, Terry Bouchard. Guys, careful tonight. Very interesting game. You might not need to get involved in it. You've been winning all weekend if you've been messing with us. All right.
Yes.
Kick back. Just have a couple of beers and say, man, the dream was dope this weekend.
Hey, I gotta take care of Hatter for his WWE package.
Yeah, no doubt, because you hit the Roman Reigns with the rest of the 10-year-olds. So, go easy tonight with this game. You might want to even get involved with, watch a little bit, make a second half, idea or whatever. Just take it easy. Don't force it because it's not really all that attractive. Got a couple other things out there, but it's a good night. Take a night off. You got Thanksgiving coming up very soon. Maybe, help mom out with getting some of the groceries together now and do your thing. So she's saying, oh man, wow, you were awesome for helping me out. I'm going to let you just watch football all day. Thanks.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway, that being said, I'm the Dream. I got to get out of here. I'll always remember who you're with. Thank you so much for your support and make the most of each and every day as you cannot get this time back. Peace.
Absolutely, guys. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. There are so many games coming up all this week, all during the weekend. No need to force it. Kind of chill, relax. If you don't like anything, sometimes the best play you ever made was the one you never played. Go easy, like I said, but get that money as well. Let's go.
Peace.